Thought of the day: why it's important to train for self-defense when carrying a firearm. Now, I know there's only, 837,000 videos on YouTube talking about this. I get it. But something that I don't ever see talked about, and it's just a really, really simple concept, and I think a lot of times it's not talked about because it's just assumed that when we talk about training with your firearm for a self-defense situation that you understand why. But I want to actually spell it out. And that's this idea of you will always be at a disadvantage in a self-defense situation. Every single time, pretty much across the board. And why is that? Because reaction time is always slower than action time. And in a self-defense situation, you are reacting to someone else's actions. And so it's important to keep that concept in your head when you're training. It's also important to keep that concept in your head when you're out and about. And you do this through simple stuff like understanding situational awareness, so that hopefully, if something does happen, you have a little bit of a jump on the situation before it gets to that point that you have to react to something bad. Now, by all means, I'm not saying, oh, just pull your gun just in case. That's retarded. But I am saying when you understand the concept that you're always going to be at a disadvantage because it's self-defense. You're not going to pull your gun first for no reason. It helps to me anyway, and I think to a lot of people out there, to drive the point home of how important it is to practice. And I'm not just talking about how quickly you can pull your gun from your holster, but I'm talking about simple things like, trying out different holsters and see what works best, trying out different guns, trying out different positions of carry, and seeing what makes you the most efficient in a reactive self-defense situation that you can possibly be. Period. End of story. Because, again, you will always be at a disadvantage right off the bat in a self-defense situation. Your reaction time will always be slower than the action time of somebody looking to do you or others harm. Period. And that is why it is important to train for carrying a gun.